my name is Diana and today I'm going to talk about cultural heritage, the importance of tangible and intangible cultural heritage. Now, what is heritage? This word is famous around the world. Heritage is something that it's something that is passed down from generation to generation. It can be, for example, it can be paintings, it can be costumes, it can be traditions, it can be values, all the things that we have. Now, some people say, and what is cultural heritage? Well, cultural heritage well, is one of the important components which has the role to create character, identity, and image of a city. Secondly, it's a mirror which shows the social and intellectual circumstances of our time. Thanks to cultural heritage, we can be identified as a country. Around the world, we have different countries, we have different costumes, and we have different traditions. And thanks to that, when foreign people visit our country and visit our city of Puno, they get impressed, they get amazed. Why? Because all the things that we show them are really impressive. For example, when tourists visit Taquile Island or Mantani Island, Soto Island, Urus Island, all the costume and the traditions that these people keep until now, it's something surprising. The way they live, the way they speak, the way they act, and all the things, all the actions that they do, all is an influence. And in the foreign countries like in the United States, in Europe, in France, or in Asia, the culture is different. Everything there is technology. Technology there plays an important role. And they don't have green areas, they don't have places where they can see the living of a person. But that's why tourists decide to choose a city that keeps their culture. For example, Puno. In America, there are different countries that until now, they keep their traditions. They show themselves, they show their living, the way they are. Not like in the United States, because over there, everything is technology. There are a lot of buildings, there are cars, there are robots, and people are tired about that. They feel boring. That's why they say, why don't we visit Peru? Why don't we visit Mexico, where people until now still have their cultural heritage? Well, now I will give you a concept of cultural heritage. Cultural heritage is also an expression of the ways of living, like I said, developed by a community and passed down from generation to generation, including costumes, practices, places, objects, artistic expressions, and values. Cultural heritage is often expressed as either intangible and tangible cultural heritage. On the other hand, we can also define cultural heritage as the legacy of physical artifacts and intangible attributes that pass down from generation and for present generation to maintain and for future generation to get benefit from it. What does it mean? For example, if we still keep our culture, the way we live for our next generations, the ones who are going to be benefit are our children. They are the ones who will also practice what our ancestors taught us, all the knowledge that they taught us. So that's why I consider it so important. We shouldn't lose all the things that we've learned, all the things that our parents have taught us. We have this responsibility that is big, the responsibility to teach our next generation, to teach teenagers, to teach children, to the ones who are 4 years old or 5, 6 years old. They are the ones who should practice our languages, who should practice our traditions. But cultural heritage can be distinguished in built environment, for example, buildings. We have townscapes, archaeological remains. For example, we have the Chulpas of Putimbo, that is an archaeological site. We have the Chulpas of Siyustani. These prehistoric sites are really known around the world, and when foreign people visit these places, they get amazed. Why? Because the way that these towers were built are really impressed, and also um, it has a big history, an important history. According to some authors, they say that in the past people they used to build the important the important authorities, the princesses, and the people who were important in the community. They used to build their corpse inside the chulpas, inside these towers. So that's why when someone visits these places, they feel a new different energy because that place was a funerary, a cemetery, as well as Cutimbo also. They belong to the Lupacas. Well, and we have also natural environment, for example, rural landscapes, coasts, and shorelines, agricultural heritage. For example, if you visit Amantani, or if you visit Taquile, or if you go to Capachica, you will see an impressive view of Lake Titicaca. You will see all the nature, you will see trees, flowers, you will see agricultural places. For example, how the people uh, produce their products like potatoes, oca, quinoa, kiwicha, etc. We have also artifacts. For example, books, documents, objects, pictures. Books, it can be books of history, something that we carry to another country, something, for example, ceramics. We can carry a ceramic to Cusco. Some documents that are from the past or that are from the present, some objects that have values, pictures, paintings, etc. Well, now, why is it important, cultural heritage? Culture can give people a connection to certain social values, beliefs, religions, and costumes. It allows them to identify with others of similar mindsets and backgrounds. Cultural heritage can provide an automatic sense of unity and belonging within a group and allow us to better understand previous generation. That's why that when people have these traditions, and when they consider it important, they live a happy life. Why? Because all of them share the same beliefs, share the same ways of lives, and they can also get many benefits. Okay. Now, why is it important? Tangible and intangible cultural heritage. Tangible and intangible, there is a difference between these two words. Well, according to this author, Tasmania, 2003, in her article Tangible and Intangible Cultural Heritage, for him, tangible heritage includes buildings and historic places like monuments, artifacts, which are considered worthy of preservation for the future. For example, for a better understanding, we have Machu Picchu, this monument that is known around the world, that is known for everyone. And when people see this place in the magazines or in the articles, they say, "Oh, Peru, Machu Picchu." Yeah, they get really impressed because this place is so beautiful, and when you visit this place, you feel another energy. This place that was built for the Incas, by the Incas. So that's why when anyone who visits this place, when they stay in Aguascalientes and they visit, when they hike the Huayna Picchu mountain, after they visit to this monument, they bring to his or her country a very good experience, and they can share this with their friends. For example, if a person who lives in France visits Machu Picchu, then he returns to his or her country, he can share with her friends about this place. They can say, "Oh, you have to visit Machu Picchu. It's impressive. The food, the place. You can meditate. You can do many. You can practice yoga. It's an impressive place." So that's why anyone who visits this place um, have a really good experience. Now, I will talk about intangible heritage. It includes traditions or living expressions inherited from our ancestors. For example, we have the festivity of Virgin of Candelaria, this big festivity that is really important for our country. And if, every year in February 2, the local people and some foreign people came to our city in order to appreciate, and watch all these fantastic dances. Because our local people show the way they are. They wear different costumes, and it's really nice. Also the music. Okay. Now, and we are going to continue with part 2.